Okay, welcome to David wiring tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how you can use another module to connect speedometer for any of the Toyota vehicle. You understand? You can use this particular module I'm going to show you now to connect speedometer in any of the Toyota vehicle. So go with me. Let me show you how to do the connection. Okay, let's go. What I'm going to be using for this connection now, I'm going to use the battery, 12-volt battery. This is 12-volt battery. Now this is the module I'm talking about. This is the module I'm going to be using for this connection. You can see, you can see the module. You can see this is 2002 Highlander speed module, speed control module. Yes, you can locate it at the right hand side of the dashboard. You can see the socket. There are three connectors here. Yeah. This is how it looks. Okay, this is the sensor. This is the speed sensor for each of the leg. So I'm going to be using the two of them, but for this connection I can use one. But if you are doing it inside the car, you can use the two of them. You can use the two sensors. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, this is the speed clock. Yes, this is the speed clock. You can see this is the speed clock that I'm going to be using for this practical. Okay. Now, these are the components I'm going to be, these are the two sockets I'm going to use. You can see here there are three socket connector here, but I'm going to be using these two. I'm going to be using this particular one and then this part. I'm going to be using this particular one and then this particular one. So I'm not going to use this one. You understand? So now, if you can see the model, you can see that I have so many of them. I have so many of the models here. So I'm going to use this particular one for the connection for today. Okay, let's go as we begin the connection. This is the positive side of the battery. This is the positive side. So you connect the positive battery terminal, okay, and then is a positive wire. Then connect the negative side of the battery. This is the negative side. Yes, this is the negative. Now, another thing we are going to do, we are going to find out the connection from here. Inside here, you can see the connection here. I don't know if you can see it very clearly. This is the ignition. This is the ignition line. Yes, this is the ignition IG positive. So one of these terminal will go to the positive side of the battery. Yes, and this is the negative side because in this module we are going to be using only the speed, only the speed clock is what we are going to use for the connection. So here we have the positive here, the ignition. So, but we are going to use the steady current in place of this ignition for the practical. And then here we have the negative side of it. This is SE. This particular one stands for the negative side of the battery. So we have the negative here, we have the positive here. So if we connect this positive here with the positive side of the battery terminal, you can see that is positive. And then we have the negative side of the battery terminal. You can see here, we connect the negative. Okay, let's look at the clock. You can see now, see the numbers. Yes, you can see the numbers. You can locate the numbers now. Yes. Okay, that means that the clock is on. Now, let's go back to the main connection, how we can use it to read the speedometer. Now, this is the module. Like I told you, this is the module we are going to be using. Here, we have three connectors, 1, 2, and 3. But in this practical, we are going to be using the 2. Okay, We are going to be using this particular one and this particular one. So this one, we are not going to make use of it. The one that carries 11. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. You can see now. But we are not going to make use of this particular one. So we minus this one out. And then we go back to this one. This is the first socket we are going to start the connection from. Here, you can see the socket. Yes. So we are going to start the connection from left hand side down to your right hand side. Yes. Okay. Now we have this particular one here, the first one, the first wire. Look at it. This is the first wire. This is the first wire. So this first wire, we are going to use it as the ignition current. You can use ignition current here. So we are going to attach the ignition current to this. This is the ignition current. So we are going to use it here. Okay. And then you come to the down of that ignition current. Come to the down of it, the downside. You see the downside of it. So we are going to use it as the ground, as the earth wire. Okay. Okay. We are going to use this as earth. Okay. So let me cover this one so that two of them will not touch each other. Okay. 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 Like I said, this is the ground. This is the ground wire. We fix it here. See, this is the ignition. This is the ground. So we have two wires set now, right? Now we cover it so that it will not affect, it will not touch each other. Okay, now we have this one after the ignition. We pass one of them, then we come to the third wire here. We come to the third wire here, and then we come to the fourth wire here. So these two wires, the third and the fourth wire here, will represent one of the speed sensor. One of these speed sensor, you can see, one of these speed sensor will go to this number 3 and number 4 of this wire. So let me join the wire now so that you can see the connection. This is the speed wire. You join one, and then you join the other one. Okay. So the two wires. You can see now. You can see. Okay. You can see it now. So the two wires, 1 and 2. This for one of the sensors. Now, what I will do, I will cover it up so that it will not touch each other. Okay. So after this number 3 and number 4, you go forward to the number 5 and then number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and number 6. You can see. Look at it. Number 5 and then number 6 in that direction. Now, this number 5 and then number 6 will go to the another side of the sensor, the speed sensor. Look at the speed sensor here. Now, you have the speed sensor here. Let me peel it so that I can join the speed sensor. Okay. You can see now. This is the sensor. And I will cover it up so that they will not touch each other. Now we have how many wires now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 5, and then 6 wires. We have 6 wires now. This is the ignition wire. This is one side of the leg sensor, the speed sensor. This is the second side of the speed sensor. And then we have the, the out wire here, the downside of the ignition wire. Now this is 6 wires now. We have the 6 wires now. So it's remaining 1 wire because we are going to be using 7 wires. We are going to be using 7 wires for this connection. So these are, we have the 6 wires here. So the remaining 1 wire is not in this particular socket. So that's why we bring the second socket. That's why we bring the second socket. You can look at it. This is the second socket. This is the second socket, the middle socket here. You see? This is the middle socket here. So this middle socket, we are going to make use of number 7 wire. Like you can see, you count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? This is the 7th wire. This is the 7th wire. You can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see? Not the last, so the second to the last, yes. That's the 7th wire. So what we do, we open it up. Now this particular one now, this wire now, is this signal, the speed signal. This is the speed signal that goes to this particular clock, yes. This is the speed signal that goes to this clock. This is the one that will move this clock now from the module. You can see, like I said before, this is the speed. This is the speed signal. This is the speed. You can see S1 here. This is the speed signal. The ignition, the arc, and then the speed signal. So we are using these 3 wires in this particular module. We are using 3 wires in this speed module. Yes. So what you will do, you will bring this one in, join it with this particular wire, join it with this wire. Now you can see now, this is the only wire we are using in this particular module. This is the only wire we are using in this connector. Now I will cover it up. This is the service. Okay. Okay. I'll cover it up. Then I will bring it, the 2 of them, to the module. This is a module like I showed you before. So what you will do now, you are done with the connection. You will plug this one into this module, and then this middle one, you will plug it in. Yes. Then look at the clock. Yes. Look at the clock. So what we are going to be doing now, we are going to bring in something like iron or spinner, anything that can generate a pulse signal here. Anything that can generate pulse signal. So we are going to be using it to generate the pulse signal here. We are going to use this spanner to generate the pulse signal from this sensor. Look at it. This is what we do. You can see? You can see the pulse signal. You can see the speed. You can see the speedometer. You see? Okay. Look at the speedometer here. When the speedometer will be moving. So this is just for the test. For the test, you can see the speedometer is turning. You can see the speedometer is checking. So you see it's checking. So this is how it works. This is how it works. You can use it for any of the Toyota vehicle for this connection. What you need to do, just try and get this particular line, the speed line, for any of the clock. You can get the speed line, you can start the connection. So what I do, any any car they call me for, I will find out either from the system, from the my diagram app. I'll find out if this speed wire is there, because there are some Toyota vehicles. that work with the communicate the CAN line. So if any of them that is working with the CAN line, it will not work with this module. So anyone that work with single line, single wire, it can, this module can work with it. This connection can work with it. So I believe you learned something from that tutorial. So I would like you to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel. Then turn on your notification bell. I want to see your like, your comment. If you have any challenge concerning this connection, do well to drop it at the comment section. I will read it and then I will respond to you. Thank you for watching. See you again in my next video. Bye for now.